You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome, everyone. We're here to unpack some really interesting articles and research making waves right now. Our goal today is simple: help you get up to speed quickly on what's happening in tech. We'll touch on app development, global internet issues, infrastructure stuff. Some surprising connections, I think. So first up, the 2025 Docker State of Application Development Report. A big headline here is AI adoption. It's rising, definitely, but it's kind of uneven across different sectors.
Right. Like IT departments aren't just using AI more, they're actually leading the way, really thinking strategically about it.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is security. It feels like it's shifted. It's clearly a shared thing now. Developers, DevOps folks, team leads, they're all involved, handling it more in-house.
And what's fascinating, despite all the better tools we have now, the cloud-native workflows, developers are still hitting these, persistent bottlenecks.
Bottlenecks? Like what?
Basic stuff, really. Estimating how long tasks will take, planning them out efficiently, even just reviewing code, the whole pull request process.
So advanced tech, but still struggling with the fundamentals of planning and review. That feels odd.
It does seem a bit counterintuitive, yeah. It really makes you think about the human element that technology maybe can't fully solve yet.
Absolutely. And that brings us perfectly to this next piece. It's described as a 1 in a million kind of failure, but it really shows how vital that human insight is. It's about Pinterest. They were migrating their search infrastructure, Manus, over to Kubernetes. Standard stuff, right? But they hit a major snag.
A big one, latency spikes.
Exactly. And they tracked it down to Advisor. That's a pretty common container monitoring tool.
Right, and the core issue was how Advisor tracks memory usage, specifically something called its working set size estimation. This feature, it scans kernel memory pages, which just didn't play nicely with Manus's very memory-heavy search operations. It created this huge conflict.
Okay, so the monitoring was interfering with the actual work being done.
Precisely, and the fix. Almost anticlimactic. They just disabled that specific feature in Advisor.
Just turned it off.
Just turned it off. And it didn't just unblock their Kubernetes migration, it actually made the whole platform more stable, especially for other memory-intensive systems they had.
Wow. So migrating this massive search system to cutting-edge Kubernetes. And the key was finding one little monitoring feature to switch off.
It sounds simple, but finding that specific interaction in such a complex system, that's the tricky part. It really underscores how, even in these highly optimized environments, sometimes the biggest gains come from understanding those tiny, almost hidden interactions. It's not always about the big architecture, sometimes it's the details.
That's a great point, finding those hidden levers.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's zoom out from the team level to the bigger picture. Global internet connectivity. The Q2 2025 summary on internet disruptions showed a real shift from Q1. We saw government-directed shutdowns pop up in several countries: Libya, Iran, Iraq, Syria, Panama.
Yeah, that's a worrying trend returning.
And it wasn't just that. There was a huge power outage in Spain and Portugal that hit connectivity. Plus, cyberattacks took a Russian provider offline for like 10 hours.
It really paints a picture, doesn't it? The threats are so diverse. You've got geopolitical moves, you've got infrastructure failures like power outages, and then outright malicious attacks. Building for resilience today means thinking about all of these, sometimes all at once. It's a complex threat landscape out there.
So given all that turbulence, how do you actually build systems that can withstand it? Let's look at Cloudflare's Quicksilver V2. Their V1.5 release had this really clever idea: a proxy replica architecture for their key value store.
Ah, yes, splitting the roles, right?
Exactly. They have full data replicas, but also these persistent cache-based proxies. And the result? They cut disk usage across their global network by up to 50%. Pretty amazing reduction.
It really is, and it shows how innovation happens at that fundamental infrastructure level. It's not just about features, it's about efficiency and scale. They use sophisticated techniques, things like multi-version concurrency control, smart caching, dynamic discovery, all to keep things consistent and fast, even with data spread all over the world.
Right, building systems designed to handle pressure and, stay up, no matter what's happening globally.
Yeah.
So we've gone from developer workflow snags and tracking down tiny but critical bugs, all the way to global internet shutdowns and the really smart engineering needed for massive distributed systems. Hopefully you feel a bit more clued into some of the hidden challenges and, frankly, the cool innovations shaping our tech world.
Maybe something to think about is how all these pieces fit together. That seemingly small bug fix at Pinterest, the regional internet outages, the way Cloudflare manages data. How do these isolated technical points and disruptions actually connect and ultimately shape the digital tools you use every single day? And what does it mean for our connected future?
Spoken Tech for your ears.